was raised in Petersburg, fishing community, south of Juneau, 110 miles or whatever. Always had a fishing pole in my hand. And I was reading an article one day about this little trawl that you tow behind skiffs to catch shrimp. Brought it up here and fished for about 3 months before I first got my first shrimp, you know. Started doing pretty well. And I thought, wow, I'm catching a lot more than I could eat. So why don't I go get a commercial license? Then I can sell these things and pay for my gas and have a fun time at the same time. And that was kind of the start of the company back then. In '97, I decided, well, you know what, there could be a future here a little bit. So I decided to quit my good paying job and jumped over full time into the fishing thing. And you know, obviously started out with 1 employee, then it was 2, then it was 3, then the first year I think it was 10, and then it just kind of kept on going. So many family operations, they are truly their own business. I think you'll find a lot of times that those families that work together stay together for a long time to come.
When I was younger, I would just spend every second I could out on the water fishing. So yeah, when I was, I think 4 or 5, I was out in our little inflatable boat, just zooming around fishing and spending every single second I could fishing. And I just really loved it. And then I kind of had the epiphany, I think, when I was 12 or 13, that I could be getting paid for that. I started commercial fishing and figured I could make pretty decent money at doing something that I loved. A lot of guys who always want to have the best product and the most fish, and yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way. It's a pretty special thing. I think to be able to go out weeks on end out on the ocean catching fish, that's not a very standard job. So I think it's a pretty cool thing to be able to go out and do that. For me, I would say home pack is kind of like the cream of the crop. It's what you want to bring home, you know, to feed yourself and your friends and your family and whatnot. Kind of the best of the best and the stuff that you want to take home for yourself.
The term home pack itself is really centralized around like fishing communities, and I've definitely heard people along the West Coast use it too, but the most I've ever heard is definitely in Alaska. Taking the best of your catch and really like picking the best fish and then processing it yourself so you know exactly where it comes from. You process it all yourself, meaning you like fillet it, package it, and then you put it in your own freezer to enjoy through the winter.
We're able to get our product to market in a very, very timely fashion. We'll load a fresh van in Juneau, put it on the ferry, go to Skagway the same day, and be down in Seattle with it a day and a half later. And how that fish, if it's crab or salmon or halibut or whatever, how that fish is taken care of at that moment in time really determines how it's going to be at, say, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days down the road. If that fish is not properly taken care of, dressed, bled, you may not have something that's so good. You know, being on top of that and being able to identify good quality product is so important. And one thing we've been able to do a pretty good job on, what I call shelf life. Let's say we got a fish that will last for 15 days and we've had it in our possession for 11 days, we're not going to send it out. Simply because that end user will not have any time with it. And you got to have good quality stuff, and the people keep coming back. So we're always very aware of that. How many more days do we got on this product? Very, very, very important. So when their customer comes and picks it up, or their members, they feel pretty comfortable they got a good quality product.